My sister used to go to the hospital all the time, you know, and we never got to travel growing up, you know. So when you never get to go anywhere, even going to the hospital is like a trip, you know.
Oh, my. Yeah.
So my sister would go to the hospital, and I'd be like, I want to go too, you know. I want to get out of the trailer park for a while, you know. I want to mingle with the city folks. You know what I mean? So we'd go down there. My mom and sister would do hospital stuff, and I was a kid. I'd just kind of play around in the hospital, you know, messing with the rubber gloves, blowing them up, making balloon animals, you know. Mainly the turkey is the animal that I did the best. Be a lot of turkeys around that hospital floor. Really in the way, doctors tripping. I loved it though. My sister'd be in a coma, and I'm putting gloves on my hand, blowing it up. My mom's crying. I'm like, look how big my hand is. It's fun being a kid, you know? Just oblivious to everything going on out here. I'm like, she gonna eat all that Jell-O or what? Dang, she been asleep a long time. Be honest with you, I wouldn't mind getting into that pudding, you know what I mean? It's like, dang, I'm awake, you know? Okay. My sister, she used to go to the hospital all the time, you know, not just for diabetes. One time she was riding on a four-wheeler with her boyfriend, and they accidentally ran through a barbed wire fence. And, yeah, I guess that's not a full joke, is it? That's, okay, they did get pretty hurt. And another time, my other sister, threw a frozen candy bar, hit my sister in the head. She had to get 10 stitches.
No way.
Candy was trying to kill her every time she turned around.
Oh.
Damn. Holy shit.
Okay. And, okay. And, I've had a lot of car wrecks. I've wrecked a lot of cars. Been through a lot of cars. I used to have a 1982 Buick LeSabre.
Oh my gosh.
Real big car, used a lot of gas. You know, it was a good car, though. I liked it. I used to make this joke at work. I'd be like, man, that car uses so much gas. I bet it's using gas right now in the parking lot. It's a great work joke. People love that joke. That joke crushes in a Home Depot break room, I'll tell you that. One guy didn't get it. He goes, hell, you might have a leak. I was like, nah, I don't think so. But I did have a car that leaked a lot of oil for a while, you know, and I like that in a car, you know. Like you leak a little oil, pour a little in there. Leak a little oil, pour a little in there. Never get an oil change.
Like, yeah. Some
People are like, when's the last time you changed the oil on this car? I'm like, it's changing right now. All right, this car is efficient here, buddy, okay? I don't have to go down to Jiffy Lube and get ripped off on an air filter. I love that. You go to some oil change place and they pull out this dirty air filter. I'm like, put it back in there. You see them across the shop. You're like, put it back in there. Yeah, it's dirty. It's working, man. Okay? Might want to check that thing for a hard hat, okay? Before that car, I had a 1999 Saturn, 4-door, dark blue, gray bumpers, real hot car.
You remember everything.
Stick shift, no power steering, real hard to drive.
Oh my.
Manual everything. There wasn't a button in that car. I flipped it. I flipped that car. I used to drink and drive a lot. I'm not bragging about it, but I did used to do it a lot. And flipped that car. I think I did a full roll. I don't know. I was blacked out. But I broke off both side mirrors, so I think that's a full roll. But I landed upside down in some kind of swamp area, and I was alone. Nobody got hurt, you know. I crawled out the window. I lost my glasses and my flip-flops. I was a different guy back then, you know. I was living that salt life. You know what I mean? Messed around, had one too many margaritas down at the Crab Shack. And,
Oh my God.
lost control. And I'm standing out in the middle of the road. It's December. I'm cold. I'm wet. I got no shoes. I got no glasses. And I'm like, I'm about to walk home, you know. Because I didn't know if I'd get in trouble for leaving the scene of the accident, but I knew I'd get in trouble if I stayed. So I was like, we got to get out of here, you know. And this guy pulled up in a van, and he goes, do you need a ride? And I was like, yes, I do. And he's like, is that your car upside down with the headlights pointing in the woods like that? I was like, what's that? Nah, that ain't my car, man, but that looks bad, though. Let's get out of here. We got to get out of here right now. Let's get out of here. And this guy drove me home in the middle of the night, and I was so thankful for this guy. I was like, I can't believe this guy just gave me a ride home like that. And I wanted to tip him, you know, like he was some sort of Uber driver. So I just kind of reached in my pocket, I grabbed whatever money was in there, handed it to the guy, then I went inside and went to sleep. Next morning I woke up, checked my pocket, all my money was still there. So I guess I just gave this guy like a lot of receipts. This guy's flipping through bar tabs. He's like, I'm starting to think it was that guy. Can you imagine that, though? You give a guy a ride home in the middle of the night like that, do a nice thing, get to his house, and he goes, here, take this trash for me too, buddy. Yeah, appreciate the ride. Throw this out, though, on the way home.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I got a big day tomorrow. I got a lot going on. Yeah, I got a big day trying to get my life together tomorrow. Yeah, I got to call my insurance company. I got a lot of lying to do tomorrow. I've wrecked every car I've ever owned, to some degree, you know. Not totaled every car, but I've wrecked every one of them. And sometimes I just destroy the inside of a car. I got food poisoning. I used to get food poisoning a lot back in the day. You ever gotten food poisoning in the car? No? Maybe that's not the right way to ask it. Let me ask it like this. You ever thrown up on the inside of your own windshield? I don't mean hit the dash and work its way to the windshield. I mean windshield first, splash it back on the knuckles. You know what I mean?
Hell.
Okay, it's going down in the vents up there. I never could defrost well after that, you know? You know what I mean? Okay. I was feeling sick that day, you know? Not real sick, like I wasn't really nauseous. I just had a lot of sharp stabbing pains in my stomach. And I just kept thinking, you know, I just need to, well, my stomach was real hard, you know? Hard in a way I'd like it to be all the time, but a lot more swollen than I would like. And I just kept thinking, you know, I just need to burp. If I could just burp, I would really feel a lot better, you know? And I don't like the word burp. I know that's a gross word. I hate the word burp. I wish there were a better word, you know? Some people will say belch. I'm like, nah, that's a worse word. That's what the doctor says. I went to the doctor. They were like, you been belching a lot? I'm like, honestly, I don't even drink grape juice. You know what I mean? Okay, that's a good joke, though.
Well.
No, it is a good joke, though. So I just needed to burp. I was like, I just need to burp. So I stopped and I got myself a Sprite. And I get back in the car. I'm driving down the road, drinking the thirst quencher. And my stomach starts to rumble a bit. And I go, okay, here we go, you know? I'm getting excited about it because I know a burp's coming. And a burp is all I need to get me back to where I need to be, you know? I'm starting to prepare some kind of post-burp celebration, you know? I'm excited about it. And finally the burp comes. And it was so much more than a burp. I never saw it coming. It came out like a pressure washer. I thought I cracked the windshield. I was just happy I had a headrest that day. I might have snapped my neck in that car. It was just sheer power, man. I never seen anything like it. Not up until that point or after. It was just an anomaly of an experience. It was so wild.